Hello and welcome to my fast start guide for labbuildr on Hyper-V. In my environment I'm using a Windows 10 machine to run labbuildr. To get the latest version of labbuildr, go to my GitHub on github.com/botttkars and go to labbuildr Hyper-V. In there's a wiki page, so just click on wiki and you will come to the labbuildr Hyper-V wiki. In there is an installation instruction. Scroll down to the install labbuildr hyper-v.ps1 and download this file to your download location. Once the file is downloaded, just open the folder and unzip the file. I do this with right mouse click and choose extract all and choose another location rather than the default directory, and then just run the install labbuildr Hyper-V with right mouse click. A PowerShell script opens that downloads the latest version of labbuildr Hyper-V, labbuildr scripts and my lab tools from GitHub. So currently this is the development branch, and creates a desktop icon with administrative rights that we need for running Hyper-V commands. So we click on this and we open a standard profile for running labbuildr Hyper-V commands, which automatically loads my lab tools modules. The first thing that we do is a switch translation, because this was primarily developed for VMware. I'm using the VMnet networking naming convention in all of my scripts, so I convert this with a conversion command that I called set lab VMnet to Hyper-V switch, which means that you can choose your internal switch and point it to any VMnet switch that we can use for labbuildr commands. So just use the default VMnet2 and point it to your internal switch. Then we do a dry run to create a default lab environment. Dry run means I'm setting all the presets like default networking, which is 192.168.2.0, or setting default gateway router and all that stuff for a default Hyper-V environment. You can modify this with setting lab defaults or with just specifying commands to the build lab process. So here you can see the defaults that we have created for this environment. In there are also other things like latest SQL version or latest Exchange CUs that we can use for deploying scenarios. Once we've done this, we need to copy a VHDX master for our operating system. In this case, I want to use 2016 TP4. In order to use this, I need to have a sysprep version of the VHD, which has a special first run command that defaults to my preparation script. I have a answer file for this prepared for you that you can download, or this gets also already downloaded with the script files. So you just can run my sysprep command and then your system is sysprepped. I'm checking out if I can just upload standardized VHD to my share. And I need to check this with Microsoft currently. Once this is done, we don't need a dry run anymore. We just specify build Hyper-V lab -defaults -dc only, and this will build a default domain controller. So what first starts is we create a ISO file which holds all the scripts that get mounted into the virtual machine. A virtual machine gets created with a standard size, so we can also specify the standard size, and then the build process starts. For domain controller, it takes between 7 and 10 minutes to build the domain controller. What you can see here is the directory that we have in our labbuildr directory. There is a DC node directory that has the disk and the CD-ROM drive, and in the CD-ROM drive you can see all the scripts that we can use from within the virtual machine. And those are the run scripts, so I have a run script for every phase that I'm running. Essentially, after every reboot I run a new script, or after special preparation phases. So that was it so far for my labbuildr fast start. Make sure to tune in for the next chapter. Thanks and bye bye.